and so surreal that I'm graduating our beloved order, and contrary to popular belief, I couldn't be more excited. After watching the ceremony 11 times, I always thought... After watching this ceremony 11 times, I always thought I'd get up here and be sad and whatnot, but honestly, I'm so pumped. I've spent almost 1/3 of my life in SAE.
Let's go.
I've seen 12 pledge classes, 11 SAE formals, 10 painted banners, 9 different roommates, 8 dope-ass Halloween parties, I counted it out, I promise it to you, 7 eminent archons, 6 Tigerthons, 5 Patty Murphy weeks, 4 awesome guys joined my family line, 3 other fraternities kicked off, 2 crazy-ass ex-girlfriends, and 1 scoop. Oh, and 0 things with AO Pie. Not your fault, Mike Lang. They suck. And I wouldn't trade any of it for a minute. So while you guys may not agree with some of what I'm about to say, just please listen. I've been here a long ass time, and I promise I've seen a stupid amount and have at least some wisdom and experience to share. 35 years ago in 2012, I was really thinking about transferring, mainly because Towson sucks and is way too liberal for me, and we don't have official university recognized Greek housing. And I promise you that no matter what the house course says or tries to tell you, we never will. I'm from Towson, the community will never let it happen. But there was one thing that made me stay, and that's our chapter. The friendships I had already created, and the ones I knew I was yet to create were far too valuable to me. So instead of complaining, I tried to do what I thought I could do to make our chapter better. To the new guys, I don't care what anyone says, do not let them tell you differently. On-campus Greek life events matter. Let me ask you all this. Let's say I hypothetically put 2 girls in front of you inside a B-Lounge. Girl one has her hair done up, is wearing some hot-ass dress, and I don't know, just looks all around hot as fuck, like she's about to go show off toes at formal. Clearly she's trying. Girl 2 is wearing sweatpants and a plain white tank top, smells and looks like she hasn't showered in a week, and literally looks like shit. Clearly she's not trying.
What's their bra for that?
I don't even know. Now, while some of you probably would go for girl number 2,
I'd go 1.
I don't know where Weigel is or Crowd. Anyway, now while some of you will probably, Colin Dowry, there we go. While some of you will probably go for girl number 2, the vast majority is going to go after girl number 1, the hotter one, the winner. Guess what? Girls are the same way. Girls do not like to be with losers. Girls want to be with winners. Just look at how much of the female population voted for Trump. It could not be clearer. When we win shit, girls will come. Winning forces people to pay attention to you. When that happens, sororities that doubt us, in the past it's been Zeta, good job Kaz. When that happens, sororities that doubt us will be forced to see us for what we really are. Cool as fuck. We are so fucking cool. The semester I pledged, we had a social with Zeta at Crab Ranch. For the new guys, Crab Ranch is now Nacho Mamas. Fuck Nacho Mamas. Literally, this social was so bad. It was so bad. It was called My Tie. Basically, our social chair, we all came to a meeting, we had ties on, we gave them to our social chair. I think it was Nadive or maybe Scott Disson. You guys don't know who either one of those people are. But our social chair took everyone's tie, everyone brought a tie to meeting, and he took our ties and went to Zeta and gave all of our ties to Zeta. Then all the girls in Zeta wore the ties to the social. We thought it was gonna be great. There was like 12 Zetas there. It was so bad, it was just embarrassing. Anyway, there were probably 12 Zetas there, and we legit looked like the ugly-ass prepubescent child of ZBT and Chi Phi. I was seriously wondering why the fuck I decided to pledge SAE. And then something changed. We decided to start caring. We started bidding people that were cool and cared about shit so much more. We started winning on recruitment, winning on CAP, winning at on-campus events. When that happened, we started getting hotter ass girls. Zeta eventually asked us to tigerphone the first time. This is now the second time. Good job. And it was so much better than the first when we were first with them at that first social. We have since been with so many hot ass fucking sororities since we started actually carrying that shit. I promise. I remember seeing us when we fucking sucked. And I'll be honest with you, we fucking sucked. It was like 22 of us in the entire fucking chapter. Since being in our chapter, we have come in 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st in silly-ass dance competitions. Through these competitions, we've gotten tight as fuck with Kappa Delta, Alpha Phi, Phi Sig, and more importantly, each other. That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. We've come in 1st in homecoming week, 1st in Phi Mu's philanthropy week. We went from raising only a few $1,000s a year to over $50,000 in 2 years of time. Despite what probably 100% of you think, I don't enjoy standing on a roof at 2 a.m. yelling at you when there's 32-degree weather out, or color-coding big-ass Excel spreadsheets to try to get us to raise even more money for Talkathon. But I see our potential, and some of my best memories coincide with those events. And while it sucked at the time, I can promise you that some of the older brothers in this room can say the same thing. Take advantage of everything. Take advantage of what you can gain out of SAE. Speak up. Don't be afraid to give your thoughts at meeting. Chances are someone else could be thinking the same thing. Participate in philanthropy events, on-campus events, anything and everything. Doing these types of things will grow you so much more. They will teach you things about yourself that you never knew or even expected. They will teach you time management, how to lead, and what to not do in certain situations. You will fuck up, and you will make mistakes, but that's okay. Learn from mistakes. It will help you grow that much more. School is very important, but only to a certain point. There are things you learn in college that you do not get from school. So many important things. How to deal with organizations externally. How to participate as in a convention as a delegate and representative of the chapter. How to dress professionally. How to handle specific circumstances that will arise later in life, either in professional or personal settings. So with all that being said, there are a couple things that have really been annoying me over the past 36 years that I want to mention because I'm leaving, I paid 6.5 years of dues, and I just don't give a fuck. So, number one, you may have noticed that every time I mentioned our group in this speech, I never said this chapter. Maryland Alpha is not an inanimate object. It lives and it breathes. It is us. It's Mike Lang. It's Corey Goldstein. It's Austin Chappelle. It's Julius Rosales. It's Doug Nauman. Please, for the love of fuck, I swear to God this has happened all the fucking time. Please, for the love of fuck, stop referring to our group as this chapter. This group is our chapter. We created this. We are the fucking chapter. It's not this chapter, it's our chapter. You all say all the time in speeches, running for positions, and in conversation, and I know it's not a big deal, but it's annoying as fuck. To Scoop and House Tour, I love you guys. You've supported me. But let me just mention to the fraternity that you guys are advisors. You tell us advice, we consider it, and then we make a decision. I understand all of your love for SAE. I truly feel it just as much as you guys do. I really do. And now becoming an alumnus of our chapter, I must understand the following as well. The direction of the chapter is up to one entity. One. The chapter. You guys just dictate what happens. No one else. No amount of donated money should ever change that. It's hard to fundraise. It's not hard to fundraise. The older guys know how to set up events. Donations should never be a determining factor when it comes to decision making. A well-known chapter president, Tim Poling, once said, Facebook group Sweet Caroline will prove to be very detrimental to us as a chapter. Like I said earlier, do not be afraid to speak up at meetings. Do not be afraid to disagree. We have to speak openly with each other, not behind screens. I love keggers. We've had tons of fucking keg parties. I love fraternity Venmos. I love all the stupid shit we do, even if Vicko hates it. I think Antoine's high-ass adventures on boats calling fishes little buddies is fucking hilarious.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Okay, point number 3. There is a reason why people do not want to come to meeting or don't like it. Honestly, and this is no offense to exec at all, it's not totally their fault whatsoever. But meeting, honestly, is just boring. When I came to SAE, we would have like 2 or 3 hour meetings, but I wouldn't care at all because they were fun as shit. And I had a 2 or 3 hour time slot every week where I could hang out with my brothers and have a good ass time while still getting shit done. We used to have a quarter game that Max Grossman introduced, and that helped a little. We used to have a Thunderdome, and that was funny. We used to fund Thunderdome all the time. It'd be on everyone's fucking Snapchats. It was great. Girls would ask me, what the fuck are you guys doing shirtless in the middle of Ballroom C on a fucking Monday night? What the hell's going on? But the thing that I think is most important, and like 75+% of you guys have never seen this, is Pass the Gavel. This ended because people wanted a shorter meeting, and it never should have. For those of you who don't know, basically at the end of the meeting, we would pass the president's gavel around, and you could say whatever you wanted when you held it. When you had the gavel, you were the, when you had the gavel, you were the only one that got to talk. This gave everyone a voice, not just people with reports. Literally every single person got a point in time during the meeting where they could talk and say whatever they wanted. I strongly think this should come back next semester. It helps get new guys accustomed to talking in front of a big crowd, and most of the time brothers have funny-ass stories to tell from the weekend. If you want to make meetings shorter so you can go home and do whatever the fuck you want to do, why are you even in a fraternity? Why spend hundreds of dollars if you're not going to go to a meeting and get as much out of the chapter as you can and hang out with your brothers? If you want to just ride the chapter to go to parties, there's the fucking door. Leave. Maryland Alpha is so much more. So, in closing, if there's one thing that you take from what I've said tonight, take this. Party, 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 to the break of fucking dawn. But when the sun does rise, make sure you get work done. Put into SAE as much as you possibly can. And I promise you, you will get the same, if not more, back. I'm starting a new full-time job in January, and we'll be moving down to Fed Hill soon, so please hit me up and let's rage. I'll miss you all greatly, and I'll come back for a dance practice or two to see Brent and Ben's routine kill it. You guys are the bomb. Don't be afraid to hit me up if you need any advice, help, or someone to talk to. Peace out, SAE. It's been real. I love you all. Fire. Let's go!